Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this episode I'm gonna talk about baby books. I'm gonna talk about reading the baby a book, and I'm gonna share some of the moments with my child. There are plenty of books and plenty of version of the way how you can make attractive the reading process to your child. Reading a book to the baby is very recommended by the doctors. It is very recommended for their to develop their skills. This is a very nice way how you can encourage him to talk, and also you can introduce different words and different stories so the baby can understand the language, and also they can start talking even the first words. In the market you find, and in online shops you find plenty of different books that they have different kind of stories, that they are designed with different different kind of extra functionality, like with the buttons. They have music. They are different kind of ways that they have designed to make it attractive for your child. I recommend you to introduce to the baby since in the early age. You might think that when they are baby they might not understand, but actually the baby will they will like it. It is very important that you try to introduce the books and the story, and to follow with the finger the pictures, and try to bring the attention of the baby so he can follow with his eye the pictures that you are showing, and also he can listen to the story that you are telling. Different parents, they might have a different way how they tell a story. It is a very nice moment for the parent and the child, that they can build a nice relationship with them. I recommend that when you read the book, you start reading the book and try to make different kind of funny noises, because it might grab the attention of the baby and might make more interesting the history or the story that you are telling to them. I'm gonna share a video of my son. He was almost 3 months old when I was reading the story in that video, and he was trying to make different kind of bubble voices back as a response to the story that I was telling. I was reading the book, a book with big pictures of different animals and different family love of animals that they have with each other, and I was reading that in my native language, not in English, but in my native language, that is Albanian.
Sino mama baby? Sino mama me baby to mama baby? Asta si kanë dalë së titje mama me bebin? Asa mama tu ka dalë dielli? Asa sa bukur janë mama me bebin to? Asa si ka përqafu mama baby? Oh, si ka dalë babi? Baby. Babi baby. Asa sa bukur brava me bebin? Asa mama si ka hunë madhe mama me bebin e ka përqafu babi. Babi e ka përqafu bebin. Asa mama sa bukur baba me bebin. Po to. Oh, moqa me bebat, asat mama me bebat. Ase baby të lujt me top tu, me beba shumë. Ase sa shumë beba janë të lujt.
There are different kind of books that you find for ages that they are just born, or for babies that they are under 1 year old. There are books that they come with pictures and a little story, and also they have a little animals that helps to make more interesting the story and to grab more intention of the baby. This kind of books are very interesting. I recommend you to have in very early age, and also you can read this for a very long time. So are the puppet book. The puppet book actually was the best book that my baby had. He was very happy to hear the story that I was reading from the book. He loved the movement of the puppet inside my finger, and he just it was the best book that he had, and we have been using that for a very long time, until he was very obsessed and he started even reading it because he wanted just to play with a puppet. He still find it interesting, and I think and I recommend for parents to buy puppet books that they entertain the baby, and also it helps them to concentrate in the story that they are telling. Also are these kind of books that they have this kind of material that they help with the children to understand to develop the sensor of their fingers, and also they make noises of different animals. There are different versions that you find in market. This helps the children to understand the sensor of their fingers, and are very good for the early age. And also, since they make music, and also they have different kind of versions that you find in market, you can use for a very long period of time for your child. Also, it is this kind of books, they are like a toy. They keep very busy the baby. They make music. I will not turn on because it start making music. And also it has stories where you can read. It has different way how the baby can develop their motor skills from their hands, and also they make music and they talk and they have buttons to push. So it is a very nice toy to keep home and to keep your child busy, and also to make develop these skills, and also to make interesting the story that they write inside the book. He is also a big fan of this kind of books that when they have hidden things like opening, and he likes to open, and also I try to tell the story of the people and the things that they are doing, and also I try to make him understand different kind of things that they are hidden under the pictures. He finds very interesting, and also he wants to open everything, to see everything that is hidden behind these little pictures. I think is a nice way to keep your child attention in the book, and also to make the story that you were reading to the baby very interesting. Also, there is with the alphabet, and there are hidden animals or hidden objects that they show different kind of letters. It is a very nice book to have even for children that they are older than 1 year old, and they can play and they can try to understand different kind of things that this book shows in a very interesting way. Also, after he was 1 year old, I started reading even regular book. Actually, regular book means that they are books that they have a story, a longer story, and but they also have very nice pictures that they are very nice to see, and that they are very interesting for the children. This kind of stories that you buy, they're different in the markets. I actually bought some book from Costco. They were a bunch of books that they came from children more than 1 year old. It was very nice to have home and to spend some time, so I started reading and changing different books so he can get more stories and absorb more words from the story that I'm telling to him. I usually read in 3 days one book, and then I try to read another one. So in this way he doesn't get bored, and he also has more information to absorb with his mind. You can buy in the different shops. They are even in Amazon that they sell different kind of books that they come like a bag, or a package. So in this way you can have different kind of stories to tell to your child. There is even another version of books that you can find in shops. They are waterproof books. This kind of books you find in a different way in the different shops. So this is the waterproof books. It's a very nice way. Also, I didn't have home actually, but I have seen that lots of parents they use, and it is another option for parents. So there is another options for children that they are under 1 year old. There are some kind of books that they are like those. This kind, there are different versions that they have different kind of stories to tell, and also they have different kind of materials, so it is very appropriated for children that they are more younger than 6 months. This kind of book, it develops the sensor of the fingers and the hands of the baby, so they can understand what they are touching. It makes more curiosity to play with them as a toy, so I recommend it to have home. You probably might get this even as a gift, because books are very common gift that people give to the parents. So I just recommend to use them for your child and to introduce this kind of books to them. Also, when I try to read the stories, I like even to make a little kind of interesting for him, especially with the bears or with the different dolls that he has around the house. I try to create an environment for him that he can understand different kind of words that I try to say through the different kind of dolls or toys that he has around him, so I make more interesting the story that I'm telling. Different parents, they choose different kind of time when they read the story to their children. Usually it's recommended to read the story before they sleep. Actually, it was not always possible for me, because sometimes my child was very fussy before he slept, and he was not concentrated enough to read the story. He wanted just to go right away to sleeping, or he was sick, or there were different situations before the sleeping that not always, or maybe he was tired and not always he was 100% concentrated in the story that I was telling. But there were cases that when I was trying to put him asleep or breastfeeding him, and I was trying to give the proper relax to him to sleep. I was even reading a book, but I have been reading books even during the day, or in the morning, or whenever he was ready and I had time. I try to make some time for him and to create a little bit of moment for him to read the books. I recommend for parents, and also it is a very nice way to sit down with your child and to spend some quality time with them. Also, it increases even the desire of the baby for the books, and also just like toys, even for book, more than watching TV or doing something else. Books is a very nice way to develop their skills, and also for the children to explore and to build the imagination of the stories through their mind. So these are kind of the things that I wanted to share with you this video, and I hope you find interesting. And I encourage you to do researches about the different stories and the different books that you want to share for your child. There are plenty of versions that you find in the shops online, different kind of reviews, different kind of designs. Every day and every week they publish different books, and the shops are with so much versions and so many options for parents to choose. So I recommend you to spend some quality time and to find a way how you can introduce and can read books to your child. Please subscribe my channel if you find interesting the information that you gave, that I share, and also you gave a great motivation for us to share more information and to do more contents. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.